Imagine showing up to a dinner party and realizing you're not alone. Not because someone else arrived, but because other versions of you are already inside. This is Coherence, one of the smartest sci-fi films you've never heard of. No CGI, no explosions, just pure mind-bending chaos. And the best part? It all happens in one night. The film opens with a casual, unassuming scene of 6 friends gathering for what appears to be a simple dinner party. The characters include Lori and her husband Mike, Beth and her boyfriend Hugh, Amir and Kevin. They are all introduced in quiet moments that hint at underlying tensions. Lori and Mike have recently moved to the new house, Beth seems a little distant, and Amir is somewhat nervous. The mood is initially relaxed, with conversation flowing about everyday topics, but subtle hints suggest that not everyone is completely at ease. As they settle into their evening, the atmosphere begins to shift when Lori mentions that there is an unusual astronomical event happening outside, a rare comet passing nearby, visible in the night sky. She explains that the comet's passing is supposed to be a once-in-a-lifetime event. The group, some more excited than others, discusses how it's an incredible sight and how they should watch it together later in the night. Little do they know that this celestial event will soon become the catalyst for chaos. The scene then moves to the friends enjoying their dinner, chatting, laughing, and sharing stories. The initial casualness is interrupted by a nervous or distracted moment when Amir receives a phone call, and the group begins noticing odd things happening around them. Flickering lights, static on the television, or minor glitches in the electronics. These anomalies seem trivial at first, easily dismissible, mainly dismissed as electrical problems. Just as they are getting comfortable, the power suddenly goes out completely, plunging the house into darkness. In the darkness, there's a strange sound, a loud bang or crunch from outside. Someone suggests checking the fuse box or calling an electrician, but the power remains stubbornly out. Then, when the lights flicker back on, they realize that their surroundings have subtly changed. The furniture, the arrangement of objects, even the lighting feels slightly different. It's as though the house or their perception of it has shifted in some inexplicable way. Soon after, they notice that the sky outside looks different than before. The comet is now visible, but something feels off. The sky is unnaturally bright, eerily silent, and the stars seem to be in different positions. The characters comment on the strange sky, joking nervously about it being some kind of optical illusion or a trick of the light, but unease starts to set in. One of the friends, Kevin, attempts to rationalize the strange occurrences, suggesting that maybe the comet's passing is influencing their perception or causing their electronics to malfunction. Others dismiss his ideas as paranoia. However, things escalate when they see a house across the street that wasn't there before. An unfamiliar house that looks identical but is definitely not part of their neighborhood. They are confused, cautious, and even a little frightened. This sighting marks a tipping point. Some friends want to go outside and investigate, while others are hesitant. When Kevin, the most skeptical, volunteers to look out the window and check the new house, the tension rises. His curiosity leads him outside, but in doing so, he inadvertently triggers a series of events. He appears to disappear or be replaced by a duplicate version of himself. His absence sparks fear and confusion among the remaining friends, who realize that their reality might be breaking apart. As the night unfolds, it becomes clear that something extraordinary and terrifying is happening. The comet's passing has caused a ripple in the fabric of their universe, creating overlapping realities or alternate versions of their world. The friends are now trapped in a situation where they see multiple versions of themselves, their homes, and their neighbors, all existing in a shared, unstable space. This revelation marks a significant turning point in the story, as the initial calm of the dinner party gives way to suspicion, paranoia, and chaos. Throughout this slowly unfolding setup, the film emphasizes ambiguity. Are these copies malicious or simply a byproduct of some cosmic phenomena? Are they hallucinations? Or is something deeper at play involving quantum physics? This final stretch of the beginning sets up the entire premise of Coherence, a quiet, everyday social gathering disrupted by an inexplicable scientific anomaly that blurs the line between reality and illusion. The more they investigate, the more bizarre the situation becomes. They discover that there are multiple versions of themselves living in different realities, or perhaps alternate timelines, all happening simultaneously in the same place. They see that different versions of their friends and neighbors are existing, acting differently, or even behaving maliciously. Some characters start to doubt whether the people they see are real or copies. They realize that the comet's passing must have caused some kind of quantum disturbance, a tear in reality that's creating overlapping worlds. The feeling of paranoia intensifies, and trust begins to break down as they try to figure out what's going on. At one point, they find a second version of their house, and it's filled with people who look like their friends but act differently. Some are hostile or unrecognizable. They try to understand whether they are seeing multiple universes or hallucinations, but it's never clear. As the night wears on, things come to a head. The chaos escalates when the friends start to suspect one another. They attempt to differentiate the original from the copies by setting traps, watching each other, and making risky decisions. One or more of the characters becomes increasingly paranoid and aggressive, believing the others might be imposters or dangerous duplicates. Violence erupts, and the situation becomes increasingly tense and unpredictable. The characters' attempts to understand the reality they're in only lead to more confusion and despair. The film concludes with a series of ambiguous events. Some characters seem to become indistinguishable from their copies, while others disappear or are left uncertain about what is real. The last scenes are intentionally vague. Did they manage to escape? Are they still trapped in overlapping realities? Is anyone truly original? The ending leaves the viewer with more questions than answers, emphasizing the film's themes of perception, reality, and the uncertainty of existence. A simple dinner party turned into a mind-bending journey through alternate realities, paranoia, and quantum chaos. If you've seen the movie, what do you think about the ending? Did the characters find their way out, or are they still stuck in some kind of multiversal loop? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching this recap. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for more movie reviews and recaps, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Until next time, keep questioning everything.